Water Cycle Part 3. In this module, let us learn about what happens to the water, that rain and snow, that reaches the surface of the earth. Almost all land surfaces are above the level of oceans. Most of the water that falls on the land as rain and snow goes back to the oceans in one way or the other. This happens in many ways. Snow in the mountains melts into water. This water flows down the mountains in the form of streams and rivers. Some of the water that falls on land as rain also flows in the form of rivers and streams. Most of the rivers cover long distances on land and ultimately fall into a sea or an ocean. However, water of some rivers flows into lakes. The rainwater also fills up the lakes and ponds. A part of the rainwater gets absorbed by the ground and seems to disappear in the soil. Some of this water is brought back to the air by the process of evaporation and transpiration. The rest seeps into the ground. Most of this water becomes available to us as groundwater. Open wells are fed by groundwater. This groundwater is drawn by hand pumps or tube wells. In the areas where the land has little or no vegetation, the rainwater flows away quickly along with the top layer of soil and leads to soil erosion. This reduces the seepage of rainwater into the ground, which ultimately affects the availability of groundwater. We know that water brought back to the surface of the earth by rain, hail, or snow goes back to oceans. Thus, water from the ocean and surface of the earth goes into air as vapor, returns as rain, hail or snow, and finally goes back to the oceans. The circulation of water in this manner is known as the water cycle. This circulation of water between ocean and land is a continuous process. This maintains the supply of water on land.